Alright, so we're picking up from where we left off. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. If that is true, if that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. You testified, and I quote, "The piece of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. Something critical. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that back for 2 years? One sec, I gotta check something. Alright. Sorry, I had to check Twitter. Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? Fabrication of evidence. Hey, JBN. Did she just draw blood from her thumb? Damn. Foul lies? Imagine that, coming from my own client! Wait a minute. What if... We're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap. Lana may be right after all. Miss Sky, please testify once more. If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. Miss Sky, if you will. But what she gave me. Oh my god. She hit it right here. Clever girl. What? To me? Oh. Yeah, it's gonna be in the book. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Unless... I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. I seem to remember getting something from her then. Oh, don't tell me. It's gotta be this. Wait, that doesn't actually show the crime. Oh, now I can actually do that. Huh? What? Hey, there's a picture here. The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe. Yes. Oh my god. What? But those fingerprints... Oh my god. The clot's cut out. The fact that there was enough... There was black ink. Gant took Emma's hand and put it on there to make it look like she did it. Those fingerprints. They're yours, Emma! Yeah. Someone left behind an oil stain on the fabric. I was right. Huh? Well, that would account for this amount of oil, I guess. I don't see what's so scientific about it, though. Hmm. So I'm probably right about that. Okay. The fuck? Come now, Wodgy. This is the poorest excuse for a try I've ever seen. What? Now you want to make me out as the bad guy, too? If so, I'd like to put in a word to you in my defense. What? This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. So what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. No, I don't. But someone does. So, what's your excuse, Righto? Huh? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves you knocked over near Marshall causing his death? Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie! You opened my safe! I know you took what was inside! The conclusive evidence! I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. Can't you figure it out? Take a look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the goal, Righto. Huh? Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. I knew Lana. If I may look like the blame lay with her sister, then that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's back and move the body across the room. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid two pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence. You mean those items in your safe? For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hid the most legible parts of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. Come on, Righto, cough it up already. I know you have it. So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding that cloth. You were hiding the cloth to cut off the victim's vest in your safe? Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do, well, I didn't want to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being betrayed as a murderer. Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late. It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up, but victory here is mine. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Let me verify this one more time. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh yes! At last! You finally brought it out into the open. You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy. Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? Crap. Very well, I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... I'm sorry, Emma. Oh, you're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did all along, and still tried to pin the murder on me. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. I said this trial isn't over yet. Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat caught your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh? And what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? Chief Gant, you're absolutely right. This piece of plot proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall? Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. Bingo bango. And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. It ain't in a book. so it's not a green rainbow. Well, actually, no, wait, it wasn't a book. Huh. Well, you know. So, guys, we've been more trained to go take a look. This was in a book. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at the time. No, this is nonsense! Now then, Chief Gans, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss La Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the sword's armor. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. It's finally all over. Oh, that was so close, Wright. You almost had me. Sorry, but you have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Aji? Earlier, old Rhino here concealed that piece of cloth. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son. It seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. I did not. I admit I refused to present it at one point. So the evidence is illegal. No, it isn't, Mr. Gans. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Watching! Don't listen to his lies! He's nothing but a coward! You can't really believe— Okay. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in the book. The second rule of evidence law. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I do not have approval from the police department. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SO9 incident. You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and— Sorry, I can't recall. When was this picture presented? No. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gans. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gans, the killer was you. And he did. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum! For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr to convince Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you gotta help me. Goodman turned him down. As he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He opened his evidence locker as he was taking the evidence. And as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me. I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That cursed knife. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. Poor Edgeworth. He just keeps on getting the shaft. Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how? How could you get Mrs. Sky involved in all this? So, you left the jar fragments and the glove. So basically we went around in a massive circle. Excuse me. There are two things I want you to understand. Is that a sword for a middle? It's supposed to be just a cross. Huh. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. Hmm? She's smiling. Miss Sky. Liar. At long last. It's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. I think it's because she knows you did, Emma. I think she wants to say it to you in person. Not in front of a court. Not in front of a jury. Not in front of the judge. But just between the two of you. Gumshoe, I swear to God. I will fucking deck you. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Told ya. Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. You're a big old softy, Gumshoe. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it's from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. At least that's what I felt watching those two sisters make up. Edgeworth? Where was he hiding? Was behind that plant in the back. He was either hiding behind the plant or behind the couch. Like Sundere. That's right, yeah. He resigned. Huh? But Edgeworth. Huh? What? Oh, yeah. Was this a pop quiz? Evidence, huh? Okay, this one I definitely need the guide for. It's the evidence list. Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other half. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. Edgeworth! What will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. Edgeworth. I'll be waiting for you in court. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Huh? What is it, detective? I thought you said it was okay. Huh? 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 What? Huh? Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream? And that's it. We are done with Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Huh? Top corner. Huh. Wonder if she appears in later games. Nah, I think they're just looking at their reputation. Good. Uh, oh god, that thing is still dancing. Oh thank god, it's dead. It's dead. What is it? Can't you see I'm having a showdown with the Stigler's partner? The star managed to sneak this in to me. She's seen one of the guards seems. Okay, yeah, so I can't really talk. The right way lunch. Of course it's a hot. Well, of course it's a big sell around exam time. Wow, never seen the seat empty. Huh. Maya! The fact that it's all set up, but the background and everything, means that the next game's gonna deal there. I can't wait. But, like I said in the previous part, the previous parts, I'm taking a break from this fucking game. Like, I'm taking a break from this series. What the hell is Edgeworth? Okay, that's just adorable. That's a very heartwarming way to end the game. And that's it. With that, we are done. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. At least the first game. Yep, like that, we are finally done. I need a massive break from this series. The file case definitely dragged on. It's not one I recommend, going through constantly. Unless you can handle it, I would not recommend it. Okay, there we are. Yeah, I had to mute it for both myself and the stream. But no, basically, so what's gonna happen now is I'm thinking I'm probably gonna play something on GameCube, like maybe another Pokemon game, or I might play something on the N64. Who knows? But anyways, with that being said, this is Church 2550 signing off. Till the next time, I'll see you there. Take care.